Welcome to the podcast. If you'd like to listen to an ad-free version of this episode and all of our episodes, then search True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts and press subscribe. That's our premium channel where all of our ad-free and advanced episodes live, all in one place. True Crime Today Premium Plus. Search it on Apple Podcasts and press subscribe. Even try it for 3 days free.
They thought they'd get away with it until now. This is Hidden Killers with Tony Bruschi, featuring retired FBI Special Agent Jennifer Coffindaffer.
What happened in the judge's chambers? That's the question that so many people have been wondering, that would lead to District Judge Kevin Mullins having his life ended by Lecter County Sheriff Shawn Mickey Stines back on September 19th. We've all seen the horrific video where the sheriff goes in there, pulls his weapon out, and discharges it several times. What caused him to do that? What else has gone on in those chambers? There's been some very interesting reporting that has come out in the last couple of days from News Nation. Joining me to discuss this case and to discuss some of these developments, Jennifer Coffindaffer, retired FBI Special Agent. One of the things that we are learning, the allegations go thus far, is that there may have been a sex for favor scandal going on involving sexual acts in the chambers and involving Judge Mullins. This claim being made by one of the victims in one of the previous cases, Sabrina Adkins, a whistleblower and plaintiff in the civil rights lawsuit, providing that testimony on tape that was unveiled on Banfield last night. Your reactions, Jennifer, to this update on the case?
Well, Tony, I'm not at all surprised.
No.
I think we were all just sort of laying in wait for more details to come.
Mm-hmm.
But this was a crime of passion. This was a crime of retribution. This wasn't well planned. This was, I'm going to do this because it's the right thing to do. I'm going to give myself up. And that told me this is so very personal, and that judge was involved in probably some very insidious actions in those chambers.
It's got to be a really difficult thing right now for everyone there. I mean, he's dead. He can't defend himself, but you have a family there that's now probably shocked and reeling. I would think they probably didn't know he was involved in these sort of things, but to have to now face this as a reality, that's a lot to take on for anybody.
Yes, absolutely. You know, you always just feel so horrible for the families of these victims, no matter what their loved one might have been involved in. It's just so difficult for these families to deal with now, not only the death of their loved one, but also the, scandal that might surround this death.
And the former scandal is the former Deputy Sheriff Ben Fields already serving time for the rape and sodomy of an inmate in 2022. But if these allegations are correct from one of the whistleblowers, there's a lot of people involved in things in the judge's chambers. Apparently, even on the reporting last night I saw in Banfield, this is just, the rumors around the jail, that it's a very common rumor that you can get bail reduced or get out early if you perform some specific favors for some specific people back in those chambers. Almost an open secret, if you will.
Right. Horribly. It's horrible to say that this isn't the first rodeo. Several judges throughout, investigations have been involved in such crimes, and specifically these small town judges that, stay in these positions for year after year and are not scrutinized. That's where we see it the most. And it's just, so unfortunate, but so believable.
Yeah. Well, and if this is true and this is on tape, this is not going to be good for anyone there. But when we go back to the actual the shooting where the sheriff shoots the judge, obviously we're talking crime of passion here. But to take that action and not just, oh my gosh, I just found this out, I'm going to whistleblow this. He kills him. This is just my speculation in here, but it leads me to believe that maybe there's someone more of a personal angle that was involved with this judge here beyond just the other people who have already made these claims.
Well, exactly, Tony. And the rumors have been flying around about this case from moment one. And now we have some information that seems to at least in part corroborate this sort of action. So now we ask ourselves, what personal individual related to the sheriff could have possibly been victimized by this judge? Because that's where this is leading to.
It certainly is leading there, and obviously these are people who are alive. These are people who can end up testifying. There's I'm guessing quite a few people out there who have quite a few stories to share about this judge.
Right, and when you look at a crime like this, you're going to have witnesses. You're going to have possible videotape. You're going to have all sorts of information, digital forensics on their phones, and then also DNA information that could possibly be all over those chambers if we're to believe what this whistleblower says.
What does this mean for all the cases that this judge has presided over the years? I would think, if this is the corruption charge that, there's no charges here yet, but if this is true, if he were to be charged, obviously he's dead, but if they were to look at this as some sort of horrible corruption case, wouldn't you have to look back at everything and anything that he's ruled on as if it was possibly swayed in some sort of way? Well,
it will pose a field day for different defense attorneys that might be able to argue that their client wasn't treated in their sentencing as fairly as another client due to these particular allegations and quid pro quos that were made. And so perhaps then you will see them claim, listen, my client did this client did this, they got this sentence, let's revisit my sentence or the sentence for my client.
Yeah. It's shocking, and it's not. I think we all kind of thought it was going to go in this direction. And if these allegations from Sabrina Adkins are in fact true, there's a lot of dark things that are going on here, and a lot of people that lives are going to be dramatically changed here. You feel bad for the families who are going to have to try to come to terms with some of the monstrous behavior that their loved ones were involved in. Bizarre story, and I think we're just at the tip of it.
Yeah, I agree, and really, I also feel terrible for the sheriff's family because no matter what this ends up being, their lives have been absolutely destroyed in every way.
Welcome to the podcast. If you'd like to listen to an ad-free version of this episode and all of our episodes, then search True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts and press subscribe. That's our premium channel where all of our ad-free and advanced episodes live, all in one place. True Crime Today Premium Plus. Search it on Apple Podcasts and press subscribe. Even try it for 3 days free.
You're in the thick of a true crime saga, every detail sinking in, and then, wham, a commercial about something you couldn't care less about. It's like being served a microwaved dinner at a 5-star restaurant. But it doesn't have to be this way. Go for True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts. With True Crime Today Premium Plus, you get uninterrupted, ad-free episodes, extended interviews that dig even deeper into the muck, and early access so you can brag to your friends. It's like ordering the secret menu at a crime buffet. So, search for True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts, subscribe, and savor every twisted detail without interruption.